when we were off air, Tom had an interesting idea. Tom, you want to talk about this?
Yeah, so one of the usually, it's very often used in bad faith, but I think there is a lot of confusion about the distinction between gender and sex. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but gender is more of a social construct where it's more about how you feel your role is in society, whereas sex is what are you working with?
So that was beautifully said. And I think that the absolute most basic, shortest terms, yes. I think that, I would generally say that sex, societally, we tend to see sex as biological, as, like you said, someone's physical or physiological characteristics. And we tend to see gender as something that is socially constructed. It's how we view ourselves and how we view others, how we interact in the world. And I think broadly that is true, but the one sticking point I have with that distinction is that it implies that there's something more real about sex, because we can see it, it is tangible, it is biological. And we also give meaning to the ways that we interpret biology, right? And so, historically, there were two sexes, male and female, but female wasn't actually really its own sex. It was the inversion of male, right? It was not individual in its own right. And so we would look back on that now and think that's ridiculous. And that's because we interpret the biological, the physical, the tangible things that we are seeing. And so while I think there is still a distinction to be made between sort of people's physical selves and the ways that they see themselves and present to the world and engage in the world, that doesn't mean that sex is more real and gender is sort of this fake thing in someone's head.
And it's also, I know it's, oh, sorry.
No, well, go on, Tom.
I know it's also gender has a biological basis, right? Because there's more ways for chromosomes to express themselves than XY, right?
Well, so yeah. So when we're looking at the physiological, biological aspects of sex or gender, it is not as simple as male and female. You're absolutely right. There's, I believe, 13 different ways that human chromosomes can present. There are also different ways that people's chromosomes can sort of present in people's external or internal genitalia, and the ways that their hormones present, and all of those things can cause really a broad range of even the physical, tangible biology that we see in humans. So even in a category such as female, you're not going to have identical presentations of what those bodies look like between any two people.
Yep. It's complicated, and yet it's the simplest thing as well, because we express our genes, but a gene is only as good as its environment as well. Yeah. And we are now creating or living in or changing an environment. Remember that the I am is saying that, there are 4 domains that we respond to: the home domain, the social domain. Those are the 2 external domains. And then the internal domains of our biological domain of our brain and body, and in this case, our chromosomal structures. And then the I see domain. How do I see myself? And how do I think other people see me? And that is really at play here in a big, big way.
Stretch the canvas, rush with madness. Is it sadness or just a show?